Good morning. 30th of January, is it? 30th of January. 31st of January. Saturday. Good morning and welcome to Saturday. Today is the furthest point anybody's ever been in history. Right, so interesting week. Now, it's worth noting that some time back, when was it, back in November, December, I opened an account with CRF Genetics, CRI Genetics, can't remember. He's an independent Russian scientist who's sort of started his own DNA business. I think he's getting a little bit bigger scale in the US now, but it's sort of slightly different to Ancestry and stuff like that. The first kit was delivered, and then I got an email from the States, from the headquarters, to say it was an invalid kit, so they sent me a kit straight from their place in the States, and it arrived, I think, just at the end of November, and I swabbed, took heavy nasal swabs and throat swabs, cheek swabs, sent it off to their facility in Utah. I think it arrived just before Christmas, about the 18th. And then you receive mail. We've received your sample. Our scientists are working on it to see if it's a viable sample. And then Thursday morning. I can't remember. Thursday morning. I should really remember, shouldn't I? I should remember the day that I sort of saw that. Thursday morning, I got an email to say that the preliminary. Sorry, it's early Saturday morning. The initial results were available on the portal. So what you do is you log in with your credentials, pop your password in, and you get a dashboard. And the first sample there, it's what is it? It's autosomal DNA. So it's basically your metadNA. It's like a combination of your parents. And the caption with it is that the information below should match what your parents or grandparents have told you. So within that, you should see your rough context. For me, for instance, my mother was white English, native of Leicester. But this is where the interesting bit comes in. This is partly why I sent the DNA away. Now, the father who brought me up was Irish. I know exactly where he was born. I know the house he was born in. I lived there for a while. And I know the village he was born in as well. It's where we both lived for nearly 10 years of our lives. But in the middle of the 1980s, my sister and mother sat me down and said, "Oh, Sean, your dad, who you thought was your dad, wasn't your dad." And it was at that point that I was told that my biological dad was somebody else. Frank Robertson from Aberdeen was the name given to me at the time. So, my expectation last week was to sort of see a DNA sample that was, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. I thought, I don't know what DNA samples look like. I've never had one before, and obviously I don't know the level and depth to which that DNA allele shows anything to do with nationality. But I was expecting something thought, I'm pretty high portion, British. I've always traded on the fact that I'm half English, half Irish, but I was brought up in Ireland. I read Irish fluently, and I can speak relatively okay when I go over there and sort of practice again. So yeah, I wasn't really ready for 41% German. So in July 1963, my mama slept with somebody else. Now, it was, I'd always, from that moment in the 80s, I'd always worked on the basis of Frank from Aberdeen. I'm now sort of entertaining Frank from München. I've got no idea. I used to, I have gone to the lengths of sort of just going onto Robertson family pages and on Facebook and things like that, and trying to find out. What was told to me again was that he worked at the Morris Cowley plant just outside Oxford, which is on the A40. It's the current mini plant. Now, in July 1963, I know, second week of July, it would have been, if 9 months to my date of birth in April 14, 1964, it would put insemination somewhere around the middle of July, which in Leicester currents is July fortnight. It was a traditional holiday period. So wherever my mama and papa went on holiday in July 1963, is where this person met. I'm sorry, I've now got no idea. And it just so happened on that day that I began to use hormone patches. So on Wednesday, I was technically male English by birth, and not certainly English mentally. I've always, like I say, I've always traded on being strongly Celtic. I have traded in that background, but on Thursday, by the time I'd got the DNA sample back and I'd started to take hormones, I thought, yeah, I've technically gone from an English male to a German woman in a matter of moments. I thought that was really quite an achievement. I've achieved quite a lot over the past sort of like few years. Not all of it very good. But it's certainly the achievement that's made me smile the most anyway. I'm getting used to sort of weeks not being ordinary at the moment. Part of me doesn't really want lockdown to finish there. It's like lockdown, everything's going to return to normal for everybody else, and probably for me as well, but my life has become entirely extraordinary. I spoke to a lovely lady at Basingstoke Hospital. I think it was the morning. Yeah, I think the email came through Thursday afternoon. Spoke to her Friday morning, and I have an appointment in Basingstoke Hospital Monday the 8th of February at 11:15 p.m. And then I have to go back around 2 p.m. for his scan results. Exciting. Scary. I've decided I'll do the same. I'll do the same as I have been doing so far. I find these things a lot easier to cope with if I can really sort of focus myself. So I'll get the train and go up on my own, and that's good. It's good for me. It's working out well. Situation with Andrew. I had a good meeting yesterday. I've now done everything I need to do in my head to process my last interactions with Andrew. I wish I could have done more. One of the things we did discuss yesterday at the meeting is the idea of trying to keep other people sober. My efforts on a day-to-day basis now go into keeping me sober. It's a very rewarding route. My primary purpose is always to keep me sober. I can't keep anybody else sober. I can keep me sober, and then I can interact with other people in a meaningful way. And if they can help in some other way, and that's usually not them trying to keep me sober. People should not have to do that for anybody else. That's not how this works. The only thing anybody can ever do for another addict is to be a friend. And being friends with somebody, especially with an addict, is it's a lifestyle choice. And when you do take on that responsibility, it requires a certain sort of quite harsh character. I sponsor a couple of addicts now, and not alcoholics. They're mainly people who have been using cocodamol just for pain relief, same way as I was. And in terms of especially our honesty with ourselves, we're very harsh on each other, in a loving way, of course. But it is required. My behaviour is such that I don't take pharmaceuticals. I don't have issues with alcohol. I don't have eating problems, but I have addictive behaviour. The way I drink coffee is not normal. There are certain things that I know my behaviours aren't normal. That's part of the autistic behaviour as well, but I have to be careful of those behaviours, and I have to keep them in check. I have to make sure that other people don't suffer them as well. And I find that when I do that, I can then become helpful to other people, but only by my example. That then enables other people to ask me. And also must be careful that I don't go down the caretaking route. I always want to take care of other people. I see vulnerable people, I want to take care of them, I want to mother them, I want to cuddle them, I want to wrap them up, I want to keep them warm, I want to light candles for them, I want to make food for them. But I can't do all of that. I know that. I can do it for me though, and that's what I'll continue doing. So yeah, would have done for longer than I expected, longer than I'd usually. Happy Saturday. Have a great day. If you're a new viewer, it'd be nice if you could subscribe. If you subscribe below, okay? Leave a comment. I'm going to do another one about non-pharmaceutical recoveries. I really want to talk about, I have talked about before, about pain relief. I really want to talk about how to keep one's mind balanced. And I'm going to start to talk about yoga, and I'm going to start to talk about yoga in its proper context. So, yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, just enjoy your day if you do watch this. Okay.